It is after 3 in the morning. Some call it a certain hour, but I'm hoping to actually be done this within the hour. This is going to be an hour where I get this done. I can do it. The challenge I have out there for people to read my book within 1 hour. And I know it sounds whatever, pretentious, crazy. Thing is, I do believe that you can walk with God again. I think we're all walking with God somehow. Personally, I do believe. Okay. Well, as I start this, I don't plan to stop until Father, Son, Holy Ghost 101. So read titles only. I'm not worried about page numbers here. And I will read as quick as I can. So hopefully this turns out well. And me personally, this will finalize one of my greatest challenges, probably. This book. It's been 28 years now in the process. Holding on to it, believing in it, loving it. Coming up to 2 minutes, and that's when I'm going to start. 2-minute live moment on YouTube here. I can see it. So, Walk for the Show by Timothy Ryder. War between heaven and hell is over. Truly had everything to do with secrets. Hell took over, but one left knowing all. He traveled throughout to create all prophets, knowing very well they dropped the ball. Those of control forgot they were being led to confess in their ways to why they had fled. Beast brags on how strong the power becomes. Cower when feeling weak, fumbled pleading weak. Creations from nothing eventually becomes the brag power, even though seeming weak. Sacrifice and hope they'd remember, returning to claim as the first member. The couple's flight. Missed the moments of memories found together, centralized at will, totaled for heavy-held stories, at glances of the old iron mill. Monuments of glory placed on high, and unmatched hair grows in tight. Pillow patterns earn a single sigh, while waves of deceit are in flight. Seconds slip away to hours paired during laughter of new sights aware. Laggard lights curves carved, but waking centers spread new air. Become the sword that pleads the sky, catch couples in action with an eye. Death's home, if masked by plague's fortune, and denied the root of death. Then hold your weather's tune while maintaining your last breath. Swallow the father's known religion, pleading you knew him as Seth. Fake futures lend towards Rome, then unburied life will be home. How interesting. How interesting is the time on earth. Playing breast piece to time of birth. Clock into wage a year's worth as wandering feet slither around earth. Weighted wains catch eager eyes while whispers seek silent streams. Pillow plagued for a juror's rise punches blood throughout the streams. A wrestler's rest counts a beat as visions encompass during paths. Annual earnings raise restless feet, blocking viral secrets surrounding baths. How interesting depends on your rotation. How interesting is the supplication? Open mold. Drifted markers posed for death's lie, keeping memory allowed to hold. Why is it so hard to say the last goodbye? One can for it, warmth, finally unlaw the cold. Thinned out task to a summer's melt, bring surface air aloof and a wane. Together reunited to strap on the belt, wasting tears, the forsaken and insane. Spring into forgotten days of wealth, carrying controlled climates of indoors. Mass mountains of molded health and shifted sands of sunny shores. Place the future towards yesterday's cry to open past set out as we all fry. The next step. Next step. As the sun shines brightly on my back, I see a long, dark shadow on the ground. Wondering if I'll ever be on the right track, I suddenly notice I'm the only one around. I look towards the east and see a storm coming in, thinking now if this is the end. I close my eyes and see nothing within, hoping that God will have something to send. It's the cry of a wolf that opens my mind, that blocks up the clouds, and the sun shines right in. My heartbeat stops and my eyes go blind, realizing now it's just time to begin. The fallen leaf. When was the last time my heart hurt so? Where was the relentless effort of aid? Many long, adventurous months go by, and still the soil cannot be laid. While autumn winds increase in brute force, leaching leaves maintain their position, tied up with a haunted detour course, as rerouted dependents take all their action. Yet assistance is only an arm length away, and earth is easily frolicked when joy permits. Being cocooned has everlasting thoughts to say, when inevitable changes depict where she sits. The mind is altered by an historical pattern. If past precedes present, then future does return. Living bold. Fur the waves when Cupid's arrows together as one each shore direction, passing all currents to remain close, fighting over that passes in reflection. Mining minutes mimic the mouse, molds minus in time of construction. As centuries form to days untold, be confident, forever living bold. Inside the devil's head. Inside the devil's head we place the peace, waiting for him to become fully complete. Wanting away, and he sat with her knees, believing we who need will not ever defeat. Marked are they, if you ever heard old stories beaten as they're released. Blessed are those who love the nervous nerd, for his time he stole and took out a lease. Plagues of plunder devour the waking thunder, for Sadie's sadness created all new wakes. Whistles worry the crowd, placing them under a false charge which begins all new wakes. Faith from above helped the lonely sentence, developing heaven for those of true repentance. Brothers, ones, and zeros. Hiding away, dismissed in fear, within a being belonged to another. Far traveled to produce a cheer, asking for assistance to stop brother. 5 of portholes brings us near to evil's plot to sacrifice the other. Mismatch, deception switches ones towards 0, zipping silent runs. The right. Embarked on a fainted fear forgotten, timber the willows of false statements. Play pig's pen, wanting it rotten, plagues ordained towards installment. Mask, mild mornings cultivate a misc, deregulating negative bold to their own. Placing the power such as their fist, deems them regular to an original frown. Concern asks any about the truth to become, and answers revealed without such a bomb. Cowering behind known towers at welcome, pleased and revealed there will be no bomb. Be it held for repentance, holds the right. Right over right will always be right. Dues. The still road's listening night leaves a path for the glistening night. Although seeming barren wide, this road has a hell of a ride. Fast-tracking characters to whom thrill will provide, and to those whose might will be denied. But there the forge can show its life. With acceleration begins the fight. Fast-paced, one of many will take the lead, maintaining velocity with no room to bleed. The thrill of defeat will cure the passage, but have no reason to leave a message. Let it roll through all the challenges it may. Just remember, in the end, we all have to pay. Depriving thoughts of the unknown gives capitals to our throne, while sweet, oh so sweet, questions gather at our feet. Hastefulness comes not from the soul, but from the ministering whole, where righteousness takes our eye, and the truth is not a lie. Yet we deny all we are and crucify all who we are. Let grow what will, leave all who want room for their ball. A youthful thought can last a lifetime. Depriving thoughts will destroy that time. Laissez-faire, it's a good time. Horizontal foot. When are we out of the fields beyond? Can we reach our plains by foot? Travel north, bending barriers of bond, balancing bubbles buried within soot. Flying after the good run, yellowing yawned, answers a long remark of, you idiot. Supplemental care completed the air, for April's taste thaws horizontal air. Life's peace. To what degree will be satisfied with peace? No fighting, no arguing, big brother's watch. Spread out with many holding the peace, waiting and hoping to find the match. Remembering days of old views at will, holding on to items we've already lost. Baking goods are produced from the mill, as mighty men take without any cost. Letting go releases love's past for return, counting the free has ancient abilities. Noting what is yours sets them to burn, while moments emit in light qualities. When a couple grasp time unseen, they see the life that they have been. Long lost brother. We see through the looking glass, a monumental pictures presents. Lawful glances on the mass, towards memories with intense, give mild tokens when you last saw, a glare of the essence that beautifies, the moments lost during your thaw, and that which was gathered by flies. Playful pangs of pitted night, as revelation shows no borders. Kiss the wounded, for they did fight, to remember you gave orders. Make yourself, for they need laughter, allow them to remember the lost brother. Edge. Throughout time, strength has created anew, and the claim has renewed that of his. Questions squander about who has the shoe, while knowledge crumbles to a mere fizz. Passing power towards one who seemingly needs, believing that special is more than a word, delivers gifts of nature through many breeds, and slowly modified the mystification of a bird. Passing moments of memory allowed to history to form, but answering the call takes more than strength. Deliverance comes together while feeling all warm, creating time and flight to have great strength. A soul that fits holds more than knowledge. Marking gifts places knowledge on the edge. Involving hammers. Here, repeating a memory's thought written down for an enjoyed plot. Laughter recalled, remembering all who held on to see the fall. Making time creates cracks locked, revealing involved ones getting shot. Past allowance waiting on a call to join the masses for many a ball. Spring softness forms to summer's way of protecting little left hammers, casting future in the line for wealth. Holds moments high, hiring health. Be back, ready token to receive, forgiven passes prolonged and believed. Fortune's health. Far from home, waiting for fortune's tune, whistling away from wave's length. A coded season will create a prune with laughter as its main strength. Delivered by characters whom are in cartoon while listening to a lover's length. Filters anticipated ways of wealth to maintain prosperity and health. Tons of ones. Pictures left at doorsteps long forgotten, and lamps' light still shines on no one. Paste patterns proclaiming pale pangs, while lust eliminates luggage lost. Spring waste into captured moments, but forget returning plastic molds. Ways of the memory counts on ones, but binary seconds add second tons. Farmer's direction. Faith, placed in opposite directions, gives holes honored under certain steps. Farmers add to next year's conclusion, and clouds probation perform in reps. When we lie, our position is revealed, thanks to reason we know about then. As we dream, our minds become unpeeled, and gifts of plenty surround a hem. Aid for assistance still needs a rest, for creations are only as good as they show. Even in moments when at their best, they can still be leveled with a blow. Keep the faith known to be right, while those above maintain our light. Mountain flower, placed earnestly, awaiting the paid time. Filtered by blessings over summer's summit. Catch wind and lick luck to lime, passing October blind, revealing an omit. Allow pressing people luxury of rhyme, when crooked cocks cured wit. Pissing in wind counts as no clean shower, but cold runoffs will levy to flower power. Mask, differentiated we see ourselves in another soul, desperate to believe we live the life of others, holding on to origins of those in the whole, waking to midnights full of other brothers. Can we develop into ones who truly believe? When can we breathe through our own lung? A mask that has been passed without Eve has uncured moments of lust and long. Forgiving our trespasses allows later hopes, while sibling matters breathe hastily, slowly dawning on the undiscovered dope. Trust a quick apple to be revealed fully. Be willing to give into your alternate self. Be you, not he, and you will always be yourself. Moving beer. Breathtaking, we climb the stairs for wear. The energy released brightens the light. Will the move be finished without a beer? Can they work together without a fight? Climbing from case to case fades the night, while pitches of plunder rides the rail. Keeping the motion during a long tie fakes a delivery of a cold, hard ale. Movements of musts are warmed in handling, for shots are taking to ensure the payment. Hold on tight until you reach the landing, while acceptance fills the air with scent. While assisting in trouble and times are near, accept the moments without any beer. Sundial song. Walking in the way of the sundial, our feet harden to days unseen. Pushing numbers towards a file brings blame to those foreseen. Making distance with a laughter holds many by the roadside. Cupping songs together we are after, and meat for all on the side. Dishes were found to be useful tools, while moods tell time aloud. Closer are we who place the rules, for cleaning currency has us proud. Marked for days of joy and wonder, sing songs together, we cure our ponder. Celestial dream. Marveled with a time of untracked mind, distanced by religion and those we cannot find. Where in our nature do we find love? Is it where dreams come from, up above? Knowledge without action screams with delight. Passion without courage curses people at night. If you look, you can see the expressions as they pass. Don't look too hard, because it'll kick you in the ass. Fear is a privilege that people endure. When it's at your doorstep, you pray for a cure. There are celestial reasons that brings out hope. There is no need for ladder if enough hold the rope. It's in our dreams that life seems so real. It's in our lives that dreams seem so real. Darryl, Darryl. Desperate, we grudge the sloppy seconds, filtered by waves of ill-minded ones. Where do we search to find the end? Can we return them or refunds? Mismatch the light, turning for where those buttons press leave prints. Turning to others who have no care, leaving all crumbs left as hints. Dimensional characters live in dusk. Arrays capture their form aloud. Revisited moments determine a must, remembering all the struggles told. Your truth carries you through it all. Lies make you have to crawl. the potato. Wherein a word can enough be said, is justice redeemed with an apologized speech? Mother Nature plows the flower bed, and the trees bloom an apple, cherry, and a peach. Heat fills June with the melancholic beat, and the rented summer betrays belief. As molten thoughts are released in the streets, heady dirt compiles beyond relief. Yet dignified moments present an ease, and labored diligence creates a reward. Hindered actions reduce need for pleas, while chilled avenues create an orchard. Towards tomorrow many spud will grow, toward eternity many more will show. Wife of life, nesting to a wanted way of fun, dreaming of mellow birds at dusk. Melting tingles, cooking a bun, pacing friends who had a tusk. Washing years you had to run, flees the scent most call must. Wrestle a deer to join in life, missing life without true life. Unguided. Too many times misfortune by twisted environments, baffled in the change of unguided rearrangements, directed by media ideals which contradict traditions, now plagued with offsprings who require meditation. Masked by virtuous lust in a time of chronic rush, the age see the flaws while education hides a bush. To liveth within boundaries that has been left before you is to cherish the moments and the family that calls to you. Take heart in time uncompleted and allow its message to be undeleted. Time in hell. Spotted to move in a fixed direction, now forced to fulfill a structured pill. Be a wound with sufficient collection and basted alongside the iron will. Paste a picture in real reflection to penetrate all the days as a spill. Filtered by force, the light becomes well. Time keeps going even if you call it hell. Lost at 32. Currently of the age 32, I fornicate. Squandered by bipolar with schizoaffectiveness. Living away from home, searching for an 8. Blissful knowing I have completed loneliness, remembering university's lesson wanes a weight. While working weighs weight on our happiness, cupping a tarnished glass to be full, holds moments of wonder within the skull. You lose. In the mountain ways of a starry clear, the voices echo without a fluted cheer. They keep wandering away from themselves, too ashamed to commit themselves. Basting in another's toiled will, bragging about someone who took a pill. Bittersweet, they now lie at your feet, for charmed they did not defeat. Swim to them and reveal a message, today unlocked, an age-old passage. Playing games in all types of weather, making sure they wear some leather. Pick or choose because you always lose. Remember the fight you could not lose? Over the dome. Dream the dreams of yesterday's calling and reveal a flight that paved your way. Answer any questions while you are falling in order to pace the future in your way. Give to anyone who seems your taste and forgive the trail that fad. Forgive the fortune that trails. We all laugh, live, and love and waste while we argue over all broken tales. Far be it for me to anoint someone special, but must or must and lead to failing. Could we now be at one with one another, helping and caring over one another? In that time or any time, we shall lend a hand, but no, if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. One step to the next. One step, embarking on a privilege, allows us to fill our promise. Honors our hearts, plagues the desire, fulfills the glory of watchfulness, completing an old story to next step. Claiming the blame. Sitting down, spilling hearts on paper, wasting indoors, craving new lessons, beating the way of an age-old caper, rooting the dawn of an unmatched sessions, casting favors to unforgiven sides, holding ink back for later proof, making rhymes restless for rides, rigging rails for a tumbling roof, while making and faking your ways, maintain your wear you cannot bear. During the waking hours of the maze, follow the feelings you cannot hear. When the written words makes claim, open your arms to take the blame. Awkward cure. Awkward, leaving love behind, praying the power has learned. Fear not, for memories remind individual steps once were burned. Kissing an old fool on the behind, realizing forgiving duties earned. Many laugh when change occurs. Many dread the age-old fears. Beautiful Earth. We're from Earth. We're multicultural. We're from Earth. We're all from the universe. We're from Earth. We're also beautiful. We're from Earth. We're multicultural. We're from Earth. Our kings and queens are beautiful. How we have all become so beautiful. Great Blue. When in a time of ice and snow, be sure to cover between spaces. Know it now, it's going to blow, for some have feet in the races. Blessed be toes towards the red nose and walks which occur during the night, because limbs have fallen into pose while eyes watch the endurable fight. Pick and choose while you can do and hold your place that calls to you. Mild suns wait for the right shoe during the view from the great view. Maintain the course which you set out the next time you won't sit out. Forgotten pictures. When you finally Well, when you see finely with your heart, then your eyes see ugly as beautiful. Conquer pasted memories, melting art, wasting away all ailments as blissful. Winning divine devices deemed smart, marked a mask presented as wistful. Regain the realm, remained rotten, to possess painted pictures forgotten. For my dear Hun. What is a word for my dear Hun? Could a gentle breeze describe her touch? The month of June is almost done, and without a word I've done too much. The falling leaf will hit the ground with the silence of south to fall upon. To lose or to find, to be lost or found, the fragments will reach across the lawn. Within 2 months I've gained my feel, waiting upon the arrow to reach the heart. When past to cross, I too shall kneel, which will join us until death do us part. If my lines are hummed to rhyme, the life of love has no time. Sincere thanks. In the ways of past discussion, my ways got the best of me, filtering an age-old conclusion, realizing we all help me. For when we are inappropriate, it is easy to exclude others. Remembering how much we ate cures a passage for our mothers. Blessed are they of patience, knowing a plan is still there. Place your truth at hence, accepting we will be there. Forgive me for past recognition. Today we understand repetition. Fight for joy. When the arms of carefree days take heart and hope along to view, many memories that make up a maze, for helping some takes only a few. Be it here or there, be it now or later, smiles of laughter creates friends abroad. A wink of an eye trails a sour tear, while voices about cast out the rod. The catch of the day tastes bittersweet, because solutions of plenty cloud the day. An enemy's offering lays at your feet, and crying joy presents them gay. When the glimmer of light shines bright, know that there we have won the fight. The way of the grout. In the closet of coldness there was a beauty of oldness, many mates and lots of company to endure a wait. The time came near, and united without a fear, there stood time's way to produce altered play. Spending path. Wondrous, a path made for a hike, sets on a course meant to be free. Bumping blunders blind bats alike, and the leaves fall from the tree. A coupled log holds feet in the way, while invited insects host a bite. Cocoon critters should bloom in May, but counting cooks grasp the fight. Spread out hands for glorious days, the road often bumps in expectant. A month away to pare bugs away, for breakouts occur in an entrant. If you rise to view the ending, you'll cry and reduce spending. Trees that form Cupid's arrows. Cold, we stand and wait our turn, swaying and swearing in the wind. What time do we reel our shape? When can the children finally unwind? 2 crosses have been left in ashes, and the search is only but halfway. Classes form to determine the bows, while adults cast riches in their way. Seconds and hours pass by and announce, and research helps to strike the match. Ringing bells determine wind direction, while the youth bundle up in warmth. Shooting stars for a moment to be, stationary though, will be left to be. Wrong song. Redirected in boundless glory, gratifying mentors of reason, fills our minds, tells a story. Be ready for the changed season, as history remembers gory. Forward moving helps an age on, a forgotten myth of years gone wrong. Together now, we create a song. Be it later, we can't go wrong. Present vine. Jaded pictures of the New Year's pledge leaves passion at hand for tomorrow. Lessons fulfill at a step and edge, placing nature at lend for borrow. Masking attempts to present nude brings mellow feathers to be plucked. Upon request, the anointed are rude, and the arrested blood is sucked. Offered ways fear the present strip, while anger pays the growing vine. Plus or minus, birds make the trip, altering frames of the printed line. When at the mind of days less had, press, learn, and gather to be glad. A miner's maid's son. Made a mine molded for maids, placing pale pin pitchers for prey. Quest query capturing white raids for affordable fights figure away. Want haunts the pillow to sway, capping pens at the printed notion. Filtering men mentioning their play opens the idea of the age potion. Milk spills in forms as a puddle. Crammed ailments defend arrangement. To be mopped as subtle as rearranged becomes a cuddlement. Mild minutes formed to become told, age-old minors mimicking a song soul. Laughter between Mars and Venus. Midnight chatter looms lunar light, mixing moments wax for a wane. Couples' laughter lingers might to release old prolonged pain. Sipping softly towards true right, receives gifts forgotten as pain. Given ways helped pave the ways towards remembering golden sways. Clean bucket, fortified by particulars to receive questions, abilities of tomorrow, and whether you were a queen. Barriers caused the lot to deceive, a poison bucket for borrow, as destitute go forward unseen. Steady rest to become clean. Playing cards, placing all the devils in one heap, running for the entrance, hoping to exit. A load of friends come from sheep, now sides are even as elders sit. Satan's guns fires multicolors of red, turning eyes to power that light limbs. Realizing everyone around is now dead, they cock open to reveal shiny rims. Playing with plenty of injury-free denotes colored cards for your hierarchy. When shuffled, red turns to black to remember someone has your back. Partners paired towards experience redone. Your enemy's a friend and all are one. Shadow message. Faint, the shadow of the moon is lit. For innocence drop the rubber ball. Flavor hardened to maintain might as rivers red inside a local mall. Can youth dance and play in unity? Will they always run home to mom? Elder siblings and friends show pity because Big Brother created a bomb. Being in wise shelter holds a roof, and tasteful music ranges across land. Someone will always find proper proof for dry valley walks, closing sands. What a way to fulfill an unheeded message. Denotes figures to clear a passage. Unsimilar. Placed unmatched for wear, sipping on beer by the fire. Too early sometimes to hear the beautiful sounds of the choir. Chilled evening produces a gear where old hands tried to hire. Unalike, we share our truce, helping each other maintain true. Whistle play. Two wings pour the silent soup, shaping molds, melting cured dye. Whistle sounds develop a group, together matching mysteries made cry. Fortified fountains forgiving fallacy, heating figures counting the fight. Miniature wakes mend a sea for passer-by, motioned gained sight. Fists held sturdy, saving Saturday, revealing completion. So let's play. Yesterday's loss. What maintenance will the hair gray? When will wrinkles spread out thin? Harlem winds cast to be prayed, while others search for the found print. Mounting surpluses sparks many dough when ornery hells cast them on fire. Leaving many loose, they still do owe a silent, patient listening to the choir. Forces delivered to a beast brags unknown, reeling in shelter where bumps are pebbles. Citing monuments of wisdom we now own, and educated searches that's left as fables. Cling on tight to yesterday's loss, be held tomorrow, ready for a toss. Molten river of heaven. When the soothing sultan begins, air is filled of uttering loneliness. Music melts the fruit of the tree to wither away until with lockedness. Beaten quarries relent the sweet glare for those who carry monumental stairs, determined to release ailments to air in steps produced autumn's new pears. Contingency allows a breath from earth, feeding birds aware who perch high in air. Mountains hold dear a child for birth, as melodies harden to a new fountain air. Molten rivers climb far and near towards a feeling that heaven is here. Miss Art, the sincere, forgetful thoughts held tight, leaving behind the joy of old lands. Helpful hands prove to be right, while laughing lords stop the bands. A self-righteous sigh presents wonder as children kinder to collectioned dues. Students gather to enjoy a ponder when a missed teacher cries the blues. Corrected amounts pave youth to go towards professions of released desires. Collected knickknacks bring grins to show, for hands was paid to raise a choir. Cry and sing through days of heart. Come together, be revealed as art. Missing time. What kind of brute can one man become? To what knowledge will he leave behind? Being left in the cold to raise a thumb, or setting a clock with a proper wine? Raising the cattle to an old whipped hay, and bruising a brother at the loo. Mysteries promote mothers to sway, while lessons learned are but a few. We have but our turn to point the finger, during solutions solved the missing crops. Matured wisdom sets thrones to linger, while elders heal warmth with mops. Bring forth a winding clock by day, to notion a time which will stay. Old being told, gather collection of rain prepared to fall, clog the path became, bankrupting them all. Long held were the riches to create a ball, citing memories of dwelling, earn new-born gold, caught up in elders' claim, the children become bold. Now youth play the part, where the old become gold. Patient age. Why do we leave patience to start forever? Could we live with less on our plates? Many miles are laid by notions of never, during games of whether you held eights. Passing figures through holes allowed, paying purposes to forgive the past. Leaking layers lend labor to old, pleading opposites to refill the gas. Eternity shift starts before they begin, while ordered hands stop the dripping. Placing a power positions a pale grin during lessons of laughter and them pretending. Lick your thumb and count your pages, for there's a way of knowing the ages. Me to you. Within all the days of passing time, love has but only one solution. Lustful chores creates lots of rhymes, while sensuous cuddling creates emotion. Hastefulness pours from the bottle, and the glass barely goes empty. Midnight chatter stirs up a rattle. Morning breaks, and the query was plenty. Me to you, I have no other. Our time together breaks any record. To wound a feeling, I'd rather not. Yet recent actions occurred, but I am no lord. We survive together, we understand. Our lives together are in great demand. The long and the short. Does hair grow long to determine sex? Will an apple be plucked from a tree? Crushing cans make a sniveler flex, while a river floods up to the knee. White, black, gray, and all the same, we scratch our hips to stop our healing. Nuclear fission fades all towards thee, but catching our fish gives feeling. Making metal pours proper pangs as atoms released, writes wrists aware. Questioning colors regain the gangs, while similar wounds start to beware. All in a want for fuzzy fruits, can shortly wait to become brutes. Peaches. Okay. Grin. Only Kindred. On a mist of open glory, paving pathways to success. Callously used story for age-created fusses. Deemed credit hollows a debt when watchful ears pay touch. Linking others obtains a pet, assisting ills from future crutch. Weather determined for day's rest, allowing walks of continuous talk. Mixed emotions put up a test, bellowing youth playing with chalk. Give well to develop your kin, marking memories, forming a grin. Nightlight. Shining stars know of effort to believe in our right to shine. New efforts erect a cool fort, while many say it is mine. Settled our discussions in a court to render missions as fine. Kick back and relaxed at night, we recognize our new found light. Extension. Drifting away in a time of motionless desire, basting in lawfulness when gray turns to white. Too far to hear the soothing sounds of the choir, too close to feel the pounding pain of spite. How far is the distance where heaven is safe? Will the fuel of power levy to sides less taken? Much trouble has been prevented within a safe. Many fear the distant road not yet taken. Music of many finds its way to the perimeters, and wisdom will discover how to unlock paths. New roads have been formed by meteors, while old energy solves the mysterious myths. Few comfort when your moment brings harm. know that someone will always extend their arm. Weathered flesh, hollowed, they dissect me from the inside, watching overboard to drift with ease. Caught up in a current flowing with a tide, damaged waters cause a beach to ease. Everything in is now out in the wide open, placing nothing nowhere and something everywhere. Are great moments lost until they happen? Could they possibly be at a worse for wear? Mindful memories caused from dreadful deeds mimic history patterns passed by hands. Whether or not we have pulled all the weeds, best waters always dry up in the sands. Until the salt from the sea turns all to fresh, maintain your ways in all of your flesh. The impossible mile, A-E-I-O-U. Back to the basics. Distance finds its way between us, yielding perimeters not seen in years. Travel in the weighted turns of a bus, for the towel comes to dry the tears. Depend on a true strength of the truss, while area maintains our gears. When counting on the forgotten mile, that's when it will still take a while. By the light, blessed he of righteousness, pondered by gatherings and treasures, casts the day in lawlessness by searching for a cure. Haunted by the light, he will always have sight. Day. To be on a day full of perpetuating lust, holding on to granulars of sharp edges. Using this day, it is troubling to find crust and molten trust which we give pledges. Hold off momentarily while forces remain on punishment of the lost and long forgotten. Must this day grow older with such pain? Will time come when it is not all rotten? Set your hand down where it is most fitting. Fate has honorable hindsights out on a limb. Hold it close to you, for it may be running, while strength balance itself holding the brim. Bless this day, we have liberty and are free. Grasp the light to remember, it will always be. Perched dove, to see, the dove perched quietly in the air, holding on to reconciliation of a tear. Friendly horns pass without a stare, being led somewhere just to hear. Touched by those that deserve, keeping form allowed and reserved to live. Shining might, fixed repairs broken for wear, leads us to foundations at dusk. Placing pillow pattern fear admits loss left behind a tusk. Washing away a long lost tear helps forgive an age-old husk. Fixed moonlight shines bright as molted memories maintain might. Snow tail. How much thanks can one extend to another? Is it easier to offer a hug or a simple flower? There's so much a person can do when they're better, and times only allow for good or bad weather. Too many times snow comes to present a coat with a soft white pillow that tempts your senses. Often you are urged to follow the river boat, which leads to freedom and is blocked by fences. For all that I have and all that you offer, a good night's sleep can make one feel better. Temperature changes and climate too. When I am close to you, I rarely feel blue. Time has its way of curing an ail. If that doesn't work, just tell a tale. Seasons smile. Might I hold the grounded wood? May many free flowers find their way. The grass of June has turned to mud, and autumn's fruit times to play. Broken arrows bleed through pain while an armored message gets caught. Water to snow, then snow to rain. Through it all, we have fought. When peaceful grains hold the might, amended wounds laugh together. There a speech clamors the right, for seasons plague we all weather. Break into the month with smiles, accepting we all walked many miles. Forgiven fetch. Feet forgiven of unstood pass, forsakes reason to attend a ball. Cleanliness comes during the bass, as wealth shares at a local mall. Bring joy completing math, join together to reduce a fall. Mismatched for to enjoy a fetch gives reason for a child's etch. Complete. The mist of the white puffy clouds has been replenished. The mist commenced to relieve the sour drops of water. The water started dashing downwards. The water pitter-pattered on the rooftops. The drops began gathering on the surface. The drops had taken the form of a puddle. The puddle had a unique weight upon its surface. The puddle had ceased to produce waves. The water had begun to evaporate. The water became as one with the surface. The mist that once formed the white puffy clouds. The mist that has vanished from the earth. Cause course, tempered. Drifting places loses sight. As symbols drain out hidden ways. Pacific glories gaze wisdom at might, and starboard views catches all the waves. Mystified moments show no remorse, as placing people below for sanity and shelter. Moving moments to maintain their cause course, fighting filters and filming the helter-skelter. As astonishing eye combs many meters, while clouds clutter the lunar light. Saving souls remembering insane waters, for carried sterns forgot a fogged fight. Planks walk towards an endless glory, lifts lingered moments to an endless story. Play, play. Hypnotic laughter sets art for days, when a lying Lucifer embarks a toil. Could enough strength prevent sways? Will their car be filled without oil? Questions answered during pill intake, and children's smiles for brother's way. Lust or love may endure the break, because psycho play now must pay. Easy calm fills time's lamp with fire, while youth emotions flex the passage. Smiling horns bill later that tire, for play is play that need a message. Carry those to when they pleaded, notion us for when we defeated. Family reign. When was it last that the snow fell? Do the gods punish us without? Looking around, wondering about hell, we cast ourselves, holding in a shout. Dry heat plagues the noonday sun as melted memories drain our minds. Be it clear we're living away from fun, and tomorrow develops us all blind. Guided colds relieve sights abroad, while clouded life whispers in joy. Father stands to produce the nod, for the sitting sun's reign does annoy. Plead through lands of disliked values, join together to produce family values. Simmer Silent Hill. Destitution accepted as forgiveness, while beauty falls in future's will. Accepting smiles, simming silent duress, for neighbors' needs, collect a spill. Fortune recovered to create a mindless mess, propelling anger against all adjacent hill. Minding memories long rested in dust, peace our duty to fulfill, a must. Crown's fulfillment. Snowed in footprints remind a renege, cautioning whisper plains at dusk. Momentarily members throw many an egg, washing winter, swallowing a heavy husk. Flipped, twisted, and turned upside down, regrets filter why decisions are made. Power hungry to wear an achieved crown, past all love to function as a maid. Long hours and deep thinking seconds create voice direction, dreaming summer. Indigenous fellow rites of forgotten funds, bonding patterns as many morning simmer. Pleased our creations to dwell in a moment, directing evil to remember their fulfillment. Dysfunctioned. Lost within a domain of reasoning time, discovered no will for all possible rhyme, knowing all of little by just playing a fiddle, and that which was left in the middle. For all of you, and all of I, and all of it, and all of them, formation among is undescribable without a gem. Feeling behind is uncaused and unjust. For being a being, it is simply just a must. Be what you will, be what you may, but in the end, you may or may not have to pay. Then, of course, there's reason of total sound and body. Is it right for you? Will it cure the melody? Piece of what is may not all be what possibly could be, while knowing what is has limitations on what will be. Each and every day. Quistful in my ways of laughter, basting in oils of unboiled fuel, questioning that of the ponder, mentions metal, molding, masking a meal. If my time has cured a wonder, moments cuddle those of a fool. Meek the woods whittle of wonder, passing them who still wander. Moment to moment. Tired, the moments of memories lost, found broken without prolonged will, puzzled for a mystical morning frost, when guild gagged and forced a pill. Present mornings defied deaf debts, plus mighty midnights mock a will. Squander moments allowed to be yours, for when they are mine. Miracle Circle. Baffled by brilliant charms of golden years, millennial markers leave wood at dusk. Mystical moments flee the intolerable fear to add trophies abroad without a tusk. Do our sacrifices complete yesterday's call? Should books designate the underline? When the hand bleeds ready to fall and brothers unite to cross the line. The traveled trail leaves 1,000 sights, where life breeds willing to warm a tooth. Pages flipped about, soaring like kites, leaving today held high at dawn's booth. Unannounced, the lines scare the circle. Pronounced, the circle becomes a miracle. Patient breath. In deft ears does my mind remind of old cloth hung out to lather. When conscious ladder becomes blind, for tenderness put up a brother. Cowering away, protecting the kind, waiting restless for the pass of brother. Smitten to fall at autumn's breath, patiently sipping away for breath. Fearing the way, hardened habits haunt the watched hour, playing fools to the mind, draining the old, cupping jesters to drink away the sour, and laughing lawless to motoring mold. Fated eyes open, diminishing a devour, while wise wishes wash a story told. Following delights cast by fear's way, swallows a whole, relieving a new way. Fun happens. During walks of ponder, historical patterns remind times which we wonder on our duties to give a wind. Set forth towards a plain, honoring maintain tasks, protected inside from rain to uncover the mask. Asked to join, the fun happens as an accepted door opens. Again and again, which way does a heart lead? Can the mind alter its course? Inevitable occurrence will bleed, questioning many of no remorse. Pasted freely to oversee the need, pumping values outward to receive. Gather within to fill the seed, motioning among to believe. Catch on to the pour of the vein, releasing in order to fulfill order. A view from within, copying the rain, flows pondered, captivating the shorter. Given to receive as to give again, memories maintained again and again. Endless love. By way of belief, a charcoal buffer floats by, asking questions of non-relief. Many query the notion fly, feeling relieved to wave goodbye. Thank the one from the reef, missing lines as a thief. Mistakes help us cry, thank you for the goodbye. Old sacrifice, help pave the way towards true glory, initiates pangs of love, embarks on endless love. Crown of the tree. Countless ways the plus or minus awaits fever pitch to days on end. Lemons to lime to cure clogged sinus. Pays toll of plenty while pleading lend. Coughing costs break father to trend, saving a virgin's rests coated with feathers. Can the field form to enough bread? Will the waters take away the brothers? Mess's mode formulates a calm field during chopping of weighted cherry trees. Mist kin mending metal, making a shield for eyes to wake while willows freeze. When you rise above the fallen down, hold your head high and wear the crown. Developed feather, beautiful earth, where we become so beautiful, distant by sight. The gatherings develop the name, flattering each other, molded might. Left at night, children share blame, for youth's memories create a fight. Mist and math puzzled together on a walk to discover a feather. Heated mime, stellar colors tempts eyes to flame when bright beads fill the sky. Altered moons force pointed blame as people ponder and question why. Aimless, we set our sights on high, awaiting forgiveness, we sit and cry. Cold hands rest upon a higher thigh. Please, don't make us say goodbye. Warmth welcomes us all on our own, while pattern pictures presents light. 2 for 1, we'll clean this town with heated hells and no fight. When this rhyme finds a time, then you are mine to be a mine. Truth, so much of the weight do I sit on the end of mine when there'll come. Terrible news from the west will admit, only enough to ensure where they're from. Surprises and jackpots fill the air, while the free search for the truth. Will they live forever in dishonesty? What will they do to find their truth? There's a niche when freedom finds your mind. It remembers origins and that which you are from. Time is of the essence, while the clear does remind. The heart knows, but the mind depicts the from. Lead your mind to where your heart shows, be it now, not then never won't show. Sane candle. Lighting ends of a pre-lit candle waste efforts that lie between. Why does only one hold the handle? Where can we finally be seen? A ball held high, a minion to fall, leaves pieces in a mist in fall places. Gelled together, the structure is tall, while hands cover all our faces. A short while longer towards a home during collection of old handouts. Many see how everything has grown, uniting the wane to release the shouts. Come whither, come wane, live in vain. Say it together to become insane. Winter's fire. Melted winters prepare the thaw, leaping memories to spring's raw. Captured are they of the deceased. Future's toll calms the great eased. Playmates couple the long desire, grasping lures left as a flat tire. Wish for a time to complete desires, continue along to maintain the fire. Faith. When do souls defeat definition of everyday? Is it in the void where they often pretend? Boisterous, reacts on questions which they pray, and yesterdays that define the ways to an end. Caught up in a world of lies and deceit, surrounded by those who have an eye for greed. Forgetful are them that scramble for a receipt, and the ones whose color are in desperate need. What a life, when every day is a Saturday. Fills your holes while sustaining life around. If the tint grow whole, red will be the day, then all credit clears to memories found. Create a day of lust and keep the faith, belong together to maintain altered faith. Ticket. Ticket. Feathered through shores of rocky shelves, distanced by peers and family the same. Does Santa really have all those elves? Should I point the finger towards blame? As a stubbed toe turns a face too red, infants run with smiles and laughter. A story awaits bedside, hoping to be read, as a barn lamb is scheduled for slaughter. Answer in riddles to protect the truth. Flip the frowns when you take aim. Remark the ticket from your booth, as a lie says that polls are inflamed. Closer are we who smooth the surfaces, forever allowed a smile on our faces. Illuminating fate. In mists of the moonlight, there was a line of light, sparkling with wondrous joy, deemed for life as a toy. Playful, jolly dips do create fun-filled falls to enjoy a mate. Challenges deem adventures to grow uphill towards a miraculous show. When glanced upon, we illuminate to join together and seal our fate. A volunteer's story. When traveled from above as a flake, cold whispers cushionly awaited. Mystified moments prevent a wake. Blasted tunes push to be mated. Twisted ailments caution the winter, allowing February's thaw towards conclusion. Single arrows break into a splinter, causing paired lovers to match seclusion. Wishful lusts unite, forming a must, playing joy's time splashing substance. Dangerous falls produce a cured rust, while slings of passion join a dance. As to adventure amongst the hope and glory, volunteer and receive an age-old story. Level of power. Making decisions based on pondering notion lives credits level to a maximum plateaus, exceeding the bar without the aided potion, while tiptoeing without stepping on any toes. Alive, I bend myself to those who care, leaving only a mark in replace of a need. Relentless trouble comes from far and near during a motionless time when the uncared bleed. Believe in a power that has ancient origins. Curse to those against, bless the others. Allow straightened time to level the grins and decide your scar color of the feathers. Place a finger on achievement of great. Remove and move on to higher levels of fate. A penny. One was enough to employ their world. When was one enough? A pen is one that helped you understand. With one, what would you have done? Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. As a child of January crossed the chilling river, peace and harmony protect but the whistles blow. While an honest prediction is made that he may shiver, sudden whispers of light eases the procrastinating glow. Pushing forward, there is obvious doubt concerning mortality, creating lines and cracks without any hesitation, suggesting Messiah form while continuing with brutality, aiming closer, closer, and closer to destruction. As lightning bolts cracks furiously between his feet, the vicious vulture shrieks and the dove swiftly swims. The child unwillingly skips every other beat as the threshold of consciousness brims. Flowing down with the current of racing time, he is often injured by rocks or colliding water. In hope that someone has tasted a line, he reaches out with a beckoning cry for Potter. There's branches to the left and one to the right, none of which are in his reach. Continuing on, he slowly loses might, while the strong river acts like a leech. The forces are great, and he is weak. He sees darkness, but denies defeat. He holds his breath for just 1 week, and his flesh and bones will not be meat. While his vision is darkened and his lungs are full, his mind drifts into an ease. There's a voice so warm, caring and beautiful, saying, the fight for life can never freeze. There we have it, folks. Within an hour, I have about 3 minutes to spare. Get your copy, read along, and I do pray that you find that you walk with God too as you read along with this. It's a blessing for me to get this done. I'm so happy. I feel good. So, as it be. Walk for the show. Happy trails and smiles for memories. Happy trails, smiles for memories. Walk for the show. Walk for what you believe. Walk for your life. It just makes sense that God wants us to be free. He made this embodiment. He made this heaven and hell, this angel and devil factor. Walk for the show.
It is after 3 in the morning. Some call it a certain hour.